Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
Hi, everybody. Listening to The Thing Is. I'm Shannon. Thanks for coming back to join us.
Do you like ghosts and ghosting? Do you have fights and fights in? Do you have bad dates in? Do you like ghosts and ghosting?
Oh, the thing is, oh, the thing is, oh, the thing is, oh.
Hey, guys. This is Shannon. You're listening to The Thing Is. Thanks for coming back to join us. I am here, as always, but like intermittently lately. But he's back, guys. My co-host, comedian Mike Figs. Welcome back to the show.
We're back. We're here. I'm here. What's up, Shanny?
What's up? Your hair looks
Missed
nice.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I put a lot of product. There's a lot of product.
You're making it up to the fans for not being here.
Making it up.
Joining us today, it is comedian and host of the Why I Pulled the Trigger podcast, Kyle Grooms. Welcome to the show.
Let's go, Kyle.
All right.
There we go.
The Why I Pull the Trigger podcast.
Yeah.
I like that.
You're going to have to
What is
explain
that
that.
about?
You're going to have to explain it.
Oh, okay.
You might have to explain that, Kyle.
Yeah, Why I Pull the Trigger. It's a I interview people who got into like gun battles or like who chose to use a gun as a way to solve a problem. Nobody got hurt in the making of this show.
Okay.
We only use not like people who didn't get hurt or cases where nobody was killed or died. Okay. But we interview people just to see what was going through their head, what they were thinking when they, got emotional and decided to shoot at someone and why they felt they needed to do that.
I like that a lot. That's like a step up from our fight stories segment.
Yeah.
Except we did used to have, before you were on the show, Figs, we used to have like a disclaimer in the fight stories segment where we called it the Jimmy Martinez clause, that no murder was allowed in the story because there was murder in Jimmy Martinez's story.
Yeah.
So now it's
I know
allowed.
Jimmy Martinez. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, Jimmy is a wild boy.
Before you get into the segments, I want to give a shout out to Waldo's Rescue. So it's a group that rescues dogs, I think from all over the country, but also, you know how they have, I think it's Thailand, Korea.
Philippines.
I think it's Korea.
It's probably all of them.
Yeah, it's probably all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not. It may,
I was thinking of a video that I just saw, and it was like a guy.
with the dog meat?
No, it was like a dog, and the dog was like on his last breath in the
Oh.
Philippines, and they were like throwing sticks at it.
This is a different
And then a
thing.
happy white guy comes and saves the dog, puts it on Delta. No?
I
Okay.
think, no, it's a different thing. I think it's in Korea that they have like dog meat festivals.
Oh, gross.
And they just like take people's like pets, like pet dogs, and just like wrangle them in and then kill them and cook them. And so like this Waldo's Rescue like rescues them and then like puts them in foster homes here, and then they adopt them out.
That's nice.
Wow.
It's such what?
No,
I
I'm
feel
just
like,
saying that people eat dog meat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they go hard over there.
Yeah.
They go
I
fucking
also like
hard.
to steal people's pets to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of cruel. If you raise them or something to be eaten, but
Yeah, if you're farming them,
if you farming
I guess
dogs
it's
to eat them,
okay.
it's okay. But if someone's pet, once
Yes.
you give them a name, that's off limits. We eating Max for dinner.
So my best friend recently, like her dog passed away, and then so she wanted to like replace that like hole in their home with a new dog, and so she went through this agency, and then we went to go and pick up the dog this weekend, and also like, oh God, I'm not gonna make this whole thing such a bummer. I just wanted to shout them out really quickly, but this dog was like so traumatized by its past. He's like 3 years old, like a little sweetie pie, and she is so scared of everything. And then like the hearts of people to like foster animals, to take them in and know you're going to give them up, I could never do that. But to do that, and then the people that take them in, it's just awesome. So don't like do the puppy mill things and go to people who are breeding. Go to places like Waldo's Rescue. I just wanted to shout them out. That's all.
amazing. That's
Waldo.
amazing.
So sweet.
Yeah. Are you taking a little bit of a risk though to get one dog that's just like so far
Post-traumatic stress syndrome.
too deep in the water?
Yeah,
you know.
Well, that's why just don't be shitty to your animals.
Yeah, of course.
Like if you don't think you can take care of them, don't.
Yeah,
Just don't do
Of course,
it.
you need to get if you get a dog that's got that PTSD, you need to give it extra love and really bring it back.
Do cats need rescuing? Because I never heard of
Cats don't give a fuck.
Yeah, cats survive on their own, right?
They can. So that's like they say that like cats have never actually been domesticated. Because like a dog, if it's like your pet dog and you put it out in the street, it's not going to make it probably. If you put a cat out in the street, it's going to figure out its stuff as long as it has its claws. But I feel like kittens need homes, I think. I want to say one other thing about cats while you brought it
Big
up.
cat advocate right here.
I'm
Just
an
gonna give you a award.
animal advocate, but I do love cats. And then I also like, if you're not a cat person, I get it. Like, I'm not like against people that don't like cats. But the reasons why people don't like cats annoys me. And there was a guy in a dating app, and we were a couple of back and forths, and he said, I was like, I don't know, animals came up somehow. And I was like, oh, are you an animal person? He is like, I like dogs, not cats so much. They're too standoffish. And this really annoyed me.
Damn, he was so close. He was so close to the punani, and he fucked up.
First of all, have you ever like met a cat? I feel like these are stereotypes, but if you've ever met a cat, it's a different thing. Are you like chasing strays in the street and you think they're standoffish?
Yeah.
It's silly. Like there are pit bulls that attack people.
Yeah,
you don't
of
say
course.
dogs are standoffish.
Yeah.
I
agree.
Yeah.
Am I wrong
I've
for
met
this to
cats,
trigger
a few
me?
cats with great personalities.
Yes.
But some of them are assholes, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I
they
mean?
kind of warm up to you. I
Just
feel
like dogs, though. Some
Yeah.
dogs are
Yeah,
assholes
Yeah,
Yeah.
dogs, yeah.
More likely, I think the dogs would be like, hey, like want to get petted.
because they're desperate.
They're very desperate. They're dumb.
Do you
I love
eat
them.
animals?
I don't eat
Oh,
animals.
okay. Yeah. Neither do I. I'm asking you, could you date someone that ate animals?
So it's hard to find like a vegan guy that doesn't suck.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm taken. But
But like I try not to like really impose it upon other people. Like I just like I don't want to do it, but I'm not going to like force other people. But that would be the ideal situation. Does your significant other eat
Yes.
animals?
no, she doesn't. My whole family, my kids don't even eat, and they're like 7 and 9, and
Wow.
they don't eat hamburgers and nothing.
That's
What-
amazing.
What's your thing? Are you pescatarian, vegetarian?
Vegetarian. I
Okay.
eat a lot of. I'm not totally vegan. Like if a cake has milk and egg in it, I'm gonna eat the cake. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty much vegetarian.
Yeah.
and plant based. I guess that's what.
I know that's the new thing. I do eat if I know the source of the eggs. I'll eat eggs, but only if I make them at home. Like I won't like eat them in stuff. And dairy, just stay away from just because it like makes me sick now. I just can't have dairy anymore. But that makes me happy. I love that. When did you stop eating meat?
2017. 2017. Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm like almost 5 years, so just around the same time.
Yeah. Is it what year is it?
It's 20
17, 18, 19,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a
23.
year
It's about
off.
6 years.
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
I'm sorry, we're not going to talk about this forever because I feel like people hate vegans.
They do. Every comedian everyone's shitting on vegans right now.
I have grown to like vegan pastries. Like some vegan pastries are like delicious.
Oh yeah, they get vegan bakers.
Yeah,
are
they
amazing.
go in. Like
They
they
are some-
really make it taste good. So I think they up the sugar a lot. Because
Absolutely.
you're like,
Oh, is that what it is?
damn,
Oh.
this shit is
They
slamming.
definitely-
But it's brown sugar.
Yeah, no, it's sugar.
They also like they've really nailed like vegan egg substitutes, vegan
yeah.
butter substitutes. They've nailed them, and that's all that you really need for baked stuff.
Yeah. I don't know about the tofurkey, but I like the pastries. I saw a thing where a guy took out a tofu turkey out of a bag for
really?
vegan Thanksgiving. It was like, this is amazing vegan turkey. It just went pop, and it was the shape of a turkey, but the shit was just made out, I don't know, marshmallows
That's
or whatever
the one that
vegans
I'm
eat.
looking to actually order. It's from I
Get the
forget
fuck out.
fakemeats.com.
And you could stuff it
Is
too?
it soy? Is it made of soy or is it seitan?
I think this one is seitan.
Seitan,
If you look
yeah.
up Harrington fake meats turkey, it's disturbing
It's
what it
got a
looks like.
hole in it. It's got a hole so you can stuff it.
It has.
Oh,
It does come
wow.
with the stuffing.
It comes with vegan stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what popped
Hey,
up
a
recently.
regular turkey ain't that pretty either, though.
That's
coming out of
true.
the oven, you know what I mean? Got his legs open. You got stuff stuck in there. It's like, come on, like you got to stuff his asshole.
It just looked like a fleshlight to me. The turkey looked like a fleshlight.
Oh yeah.
It just looked like I'm like someone's gonna fuck that.
yeah.
That's when you see a regular turkey, you don't think someone's gonna fuck the turkey. But that tofurkey, I don't know. There's something about it.
Do you see it, Harrington? If not,
Maybe
we'll
I gotta
move on
stop
from it.
drinking. Maybe I've had
No,
too
it is.
much.
There's something disturbing about it. But what you're saying is right. It's because like we're so like brainwashed by like it's okay to just have this carcass on your table with its legs wide open and its butthole stuffed with stuff.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No, that's not
Ooh,
it.
that looks delicious.
What was that? Gee, that looked like braciole.
Yeah, it's that. That was
Oh
right.
yeah.
The other
I've
thing.
had tofurkeys before. It's pretty good.
I mean, that doesn't really. It doesn't really show it in all its glory, but it is a disturbing looking thing.
Whole vegan turkey.
Okay, I'm going to try to find it, and we'll find it later. We'll go to it later, but let's move on. We're going to move on to our segment. By the way, am I wrong for being completely annoyed by the cat thing? No. There's a worse one. I'll find
That a
it.
guy didn't like the
Yeah,
cat.
It's just the way that he said it.
if you're trying to mac to a girl, just lie and pander. Why are you saying shit like that? Oh, you know, but actually, I'm actually not crazy about cats.
I mean, I guess be honest though.
Like, I like dogs, I like cats, but I really love dogs, you know? And if you go, what, you got no problem with cats? No, I don't actually. Cats are cool. Just lie, change the
You got
subject.
a problem with cats, you ain't getting no kitty.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you doing?
It's also like if that gives me like it tells me something about I can't find it. It gives me something about like your personality type. That if you're a guy that thinks cats are standoffish, that means you're probably an overbearing guy that's mad when like a girl isn't being receptive to you.
Can't take any rejection.
Exactly.
Little insecure. You don't like being told no.
Yes. Okay, so you guys are on my side with
You
it.
want to
we're
be
on your
needed.
side.
Yeah.
Yes, too much, too needy.
Yeah.
And then I also realized in like me being back on dating apps, this is why I'm going to be single forever. Because I'm either on the side of immediately you're dumb and I hate you, which is with this guy, or you're too good for me and I can't even be in your presence.
That you got to stop.
There's no middle ground,
Yeah.
which is why I think I'm just going to be right here, right here forever.
What makes a guy out of your league?
I think just like liking him. Like if I'm attracted to a guy or like him automatically.
Mike, pull up the type of guy she likes for my friend Kyle right here so she could see the criminals.
No, you can show Rob Diesel. Why not? He's like a perfect image of it.
Yeah, liking a girl kind of shrinks my nuts too a little bit. Like, you know, when I really like her, like I'm a little
Shy, like
a
uncomfortable.
little like because you know. But then
There's nothing wrong with
if I'm
that.
not,
though.
but
How is that supposed to help like the evolutionary chain at all? Why is that in us that when you actually like someone, it makes you pull away? How is that supposed to make people like bang and procreate?
Because you start second guessing everything you're doing and saying and overanalyzing everything. Does she like me? You start thinking right away. That's the type of guy she likes,
great.
though. So yeah, just
Oh,
in case.
really? Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
She goes when it looks like this. She goes, oh, it's too much. I gotta back out. he's got this guy is in the yard
Yeah, that's great.
of Rikers.
I can though have a conversation with him now. I can have a conversation with him and not like be nervous or anything. I've gotten to that point at least.
Good man. What a good
He's
man.
a great guy. Okay, we're gonna move on. Usually, now that we're in the dating conversation, usually the first question we ask new guests on the show is for you to tell us a story about either your worst date experience or weirdest sexual experience.
oh wow. Well, I don't have bad dates. I'm pretty good like you. I could catch a person like just one sentence. I'll be like, wah, wah, you know,
What's your sign?
Cancer.
Okay.
Yeah, just one.
She almost threw
I
up.
figured another Gemini. Yes.
Like I went out with a girl once, and she started talking about her phone bill, and I was like, let me drop you off, man. You know what I mean? And it was a music conference in Miami, and there were like musicians and stuff out, and she was yelling out my window at one of the singers from H-Town. I was like, H-Town. It was back in the 1900s. It was like a R&B group, like, you know, less. They were like a few steps down from Boys to Men. It was like one of boy bands. Like,
Yes.
That's not like if you don't know me by now.
no. That's
What?
1960s, my dude. I'm
You
not that
said
old,
you said
bro.
H-Town back in the day. I thought it was
No,
like some-
H-Town in the there you go. H-Town knocking the boots. Them dudes.
You sure that's not
Good
Pornhub
loving
gay?
body rocking, knocking boots. They make the song "Knocking Boots."
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
I know the song.
So like Black Street.
And
kinda
out,
area.
she was in my car. I met her somewhere, so I took her. We gonna go ride around. And then she saw these guys, and she rolled down my window and was like, "Hey!" And I was like,
no.
"Let me drop your
Yeah.
yeah."
Go ahead, you can say it, Kyle.
You can say black.
Drop this bitch off, 'cause they-
You can't get canceled if you're black.
Oh yeah.
No, you're black.
But it can seem like self-hate if I say yo black ass. You know what I mean?
You said H-Town. It ain't gonna get any blacker than that.
Well, that's not the way to get your phone bill paid.
Yeah.
By like
Yeah,
hollering
that's
at other guys
horrible.
out the car window.
Damn. How old were you?
Oh shit, in my 20s.
Oh, okay. So she was like a young
Yeah, but-
chick.
yeah.
Was all
Did
kinda
Did you?
excited.
How much longer did you keep her with you for real?
5 minutes. She got out of my car. I dropped her off. Like, nah, B. She ran 2 red lights. That's 2. The bill shit, I was already done. But then the H-Town, nah, B.
Did she like walk back in their direction?
Nah, I took her all the way around. And
You made sure she couldn't encounter them.
She was gone out of there. I don't remember her name. I couldn't even describe what she looked like right now. Yeah, I don't know.
Damn. Well, you did the right thing for a
I
young
agree.
man. That's pretty.
That's true.
Yeah, I ain't never been a sucker. I might look like one, but I ain't never been like a dude.
I like H-Town too.
Yeah.
Fuck H-Town.
What's going on with them? These are like such. It's never like make you wonder. Like people do such obviously silly. Like why? It's just making it more complicated than it needs to be.
Indeed.
I read I should have sent Harrington this article, but I feel like I can recap it enough. I saw this in the New York Post this morning. By the way, articles now are just like what people have posted on their Instagrams, and it's news. But then I use it for shows, so it works out.
That's an article. Yeah, I read an article. Like, changing people.
I read this article.
I did see a woman today.
Highlighter. You got your highlighter out.
I did see a woman on the bus with a newspaper today. You don't see that ever. Real life. I don't even know where you buy a newspaper.
From the past.
Such a time traveler. So it was a woman complaining. They didn't show what the woman looked like. She's complaining about going on a Tinder date with a guy. And then he texts her the next day and is basically like, no offense or anything, but I thought I was going on a date with a girl who looked like these pictures. You clearly are not that girl. Like I would rate your personality a 10, or whatever, like your fashion sense or whatever a 10, but physically a 5. And then he's basically like, oh, we can be cool until you like lose the weight or something, but like for the time being, like not cool. First thoughts.
Guy's a jackass.
I'm thinking he kept it real. I'm giving him points for just being honest instead of, because me, I'd have got my dick sucked first. Can I say that on this podcast?
You can say whatever you want.
That's what I'm saying. You give her, you have one night, you go, fuck, you take the L, you have fun, get your dick sucked, maybe, toss her salad, make sure she has a good time, and then you never talk to her again. Yeah. But you don't just fucking make her feel like shit right away. Yeah. Don't be so self-centered. You got to go, all right, let me put myself in her perspective for a moment. Let's have some fun, right?
Yeah. I would have handled it. I just would have been quiet.
Or is that wrong? Or is that wrong?
Had a good time and just not let it go anywhere. But I would have at least, I would have been. At least.
I'm in this position. Let me see if she's I don't want to hurt her feelings.
He did. I'm going to send this just a screenshot of it, Harrington, to you so that you can look up the article real quick to see this screenshot of what he actually texted her.
I need to see the face of her because if it's just a weight thing, or did she look like a completely different person? Because also I'm thinking of if it's like you still look like the photos, but you're just
where her
heavier.
profile only of her head, her face.
Yeah.
Because them pretty face girls with big bodies, I hate when they do that. Yeah, it's like I could see that you're going that, like you could see coming down. Just show show
the whole thing.
Be you.
Yeah.
That's what I think it was. I think that it was like one of like pictures like of right here, and then he sees her in person, and she is like much heavier. I think by what the messages were. However, if it was a big discrepancy with like what she looks like versus what she's portraying herself to look like. This is a story that happens on the show a lot where people are like basically catfished by dating apps, and like they do have to be called out. Yeah. So it kind of just depends on like how different she looks versus what her pictures
It does
look
depend.
like.
It depends on that, yeah.
Someone's got to tell her at some point. And he wasn't mean about it. Were you able to find it, Harrington, to see like the screenshot in the article? He wasn't shitty.
I don't know. I just think you don't say it. I think you just don't want to hurt the person's feelings. I don't know.
Yeah, but as a comedian, I could respect honesty always. Like if people tell the truth, just even if it's brutal, and I can respect.
And he wasn't like, you're a fat bitch. Like he didn't.
He wasn't nasty with it.
It says, to be totally honest, there was some misleading from your photos. I don't want to come across as rude or insensitive, and appreciate the cause. That's weird. But I'm a very honest and upfront person. Was expecting to date the woman from the photos. Happy to casually stay in touch until the weight is gone. Oof. And then we can see. Up to you if you're okay with that. If not, I understand.
Until the weight is gone. Now he could have left that part.
He could have left that part out.
It's like give her something to work
Get
towards.
Your shit together. It just makes it seem very.
What if she don't want to lose weight?
Also, it says this is my assessment of last night. Personality 10 out of 10. This is shitty. Face 10 out of 10. Sexual compatibility 5 out of 10, but can get to 8.5.
No, this guy's a fucking dickhead. He's taking it too far.
Because how he know how she has sex anyway? Yes. She got that big wet.
Yeah.
Sloppy. You know what I mean? That warm.
Yeah.
When he says with some convincing, Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck
I want to
yourself.
see what he looks like.
Yeah, what does he look like?
Yeah, what does he
Pull
look
his
like?
profile.
Pull that motherfucker up.
Yeah, they didn't show either of their pictures. They just said apparently she sent this story to a dating coach so that the dating coach can put him on blast on Instagram, and then that's where the New York Post picked up the story.
They also said in the first 5 minutes, he told me he was 7 figures in debt. That's why he wanted a woman who is financially independent.
Oh, wow.
What an asshole. This is somebody who follows Andrew Tate, I think.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He made it very transactional. You know, I did not get what was in the photo and yada, yada, yada. Just be cool, man. Just be cool.
Dating
Be
seems
cool.
so weird now.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Is it wrong if you get your dick sucked? I was in a situation. I didn't get my dick sucked. I made out with the girl. I made her feel really nice. I had fun with her, but I knew I wasn't attracted to her. And I brought the story up a bunch of times on the show. She was a girl. She was working in a gelato stand, and I only saw her face. And we went out on a date, and she was a lot larger than I thought.
Wait, if she worked in a gelato
You couldn't- I
stand, what
couldn't
was
see
she
her
behind
body.
the counter? She just had her head over
It
the
was
counter?
it was like the counter was like up to
hips.
here. Like I saw breast and face, and I could tell that she was like a little big, but like but like you know I'm a big guy. I mean I was a lot skinnier back then, but anyways, but when I saw her in person, she looked like the who's the guy from McDonald's, the purple guy from McDonald's.
Oh, Grimace. Oh, I can't stand them Grimace bodies.
She had a Grimace body on her.
Yeah.
But she was absolutely so sweet and a sweetheart. And I had a good time, and we you know we went to IMAX and we made out, and I touched her nipples. And, you know, we had a
What
good
made
time.
you do that, though, if you weren't attracted to her at all? You just...
Because I was like in the moment. I was like in this moment. I was like I'm gonna see what you do. I was like I guess in a weird way I was kind of like yeah. She made me feel good.
You transcended the physical and went to spiritual. Y'all had a
That's not
spiritual...
it, Kyle.
That's it, Kyle.
it,
Thank
Kyle.
you, Kyle.
Y'all had a
went
spiritual connection.
I wasn't being a dirty slut who felt like a gigolo. It was a spiritual
No.
thing. Change the light. It was spiritual.
He felt like he was doing her a favor.
It
is what
wasn't
was
a
happening.
favor. I felt more like a little sprinkle of that, but I also felt like she made me feel confident because she was like drooling over me.
How was the
And,
kiss?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. You could tell she was horny, dude. Yeah, she was horny. So you know how you were like,
Yeah.
the pulse was wet. But she
you
did
touched
have,
it?
Yeah, in the movie theater. So I did a little finger
Was it
action.
fresh?
It was fresh. It felt like I put my finger in like a tub of like LA Looks hair gel. You ever get that big tub of like hair gel?
Yeah, with the bubbles in it.
With the little bubbles in it. It was
Wow.
she had that sloppy slop, she had that whap, and she was a sweetheart. I mean, I took her to 5 napkins. I spent about like 75. This girl could eat. We had like
you
2
ended up
appetizers.
using 8 napkins on this.
Yeah, I had So we had a wonderful dinner. I was like, I'm gonna take care. I'm like, I'm in a weird way. I was like, I'll do it for whatever. But I was like, I know this ain't gonna go farther than this. You know, she was attracted to me, and I was like, I like the attention, and we had a good time. And I was like, we're gonna have a good time. And then I just never hit her up again. And she messaged me, and she was like, hey, hey, you don't have to like ignore me, like if there was an issue. And then instead of being honest, I was like, no, actually, you know, like there was a family thing, or I forgot what I said. Some shit. Actually, I'm not gonna be around. I'm so sorry. I have a problem, but you were so sweet. And she just kind of fell off. So I was maybe I wasn't man enough to be honest with her. So I know there's bad things about this.
It's all bad, Fig.
It's all bad.
This is worse, I think, than this guy.
I felt her pussy
Yeah,
in
that
IMAX.
is kinda worse. At
I
least this
rubbed
guy
her
had-
pussy in IMAX. So.
So you're getting her hopes up that you like
We went to
her.
go see Concussion. The movie
She
sucked.
probably was like, oh, this guy.
We saw,
really-
we saw Concussion in IMAX.
Wait,
Will
wait.
Smith doing a Nigerian accent.
So the first date you were fingering her.
No,
Yeah,
it was
you got-
one day. We did a whole day.
Oh, wow.
We went out. We met up early. We went to 5 napkins.
Yeah.
Then we went to the movie theater, and then we went and we left.
Yeah, nice.
I hate this.
But
This is so
but
mean.
I said you do what you want.
Because she thinks you
leave.
like her. And you're just like, oh, I mean, like, here you go. You could have a little.
I was like,
I'll let
go
you
ahead,
have
girl.
a little.
I was like, yeah,
It's so mean.
She made me feel good about myself because all these skinny
Oh,
bitches
you're
be hating it.
garbage.
Yeah.
This was, by the way, this was 15 years ago. This was so long ago.
I
Harrington.
mean, it's a championship mind state. Muhammad Ali used to talk about that. He would fuck the maids at the hotels he stayed at because it was the best night of their life.
Oh, yeah, yeah. There was a book, I think there was a book written where someone said Muhammad Ali, they walked in on Muhammad Ali. It was Jim Brown, a football player. His book said he walked in on Muhammad Ali and he had like 3 women in bed and all of them were ugly. Like, yeah, like 3 ugly women in the bed.
Damn.
With him. Yeah.
So I'm like Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like if you're,
That's it. Muhammad Ali Fig. Muhammad Fig Lee. That's my new name.
I feel like if you're like a celebrity, then they kind of know what they're getting themselves into.
My man got 6,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah, but at the time he didn't.
He did a spot at the comic strip this weekend.
But back then he didn't.
Back then I was at Broadway Comedy Club. At Sunday at 4 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Back then I had 1,200 followers.
Because like today it could be like, oh, I know him from The Thing Is.
Yeah,
I know him
let's
from
go.
Fig Talk or
Let's
whatever.
go.
Back then it's not like a recognizable person.
Yeah, back then
so
it
it's
was
just like
nothing.
you're a regular guy.
Back then, that's the busboy at the Plaza Hotel. That's how I met her in the Plaza Hotel.
I mean, that's a little on her then.
It's a little on her.
Take
Yeah, I
the
was a little
busboy.
I was a little Spanish busboy coming up to her getting fucking mint chip gelato, but she had a thing for the Latinos.
Oh shit! So y'all met in the wild. It wasn't online.
No,
or
we met in the
nothing?
wild. This was so long ago, dude. I was
Oh wow.
I was probably in my 33.
I like
I
when
was
that
probably
happens.
19 years old. I wasn't even able to drink, but I had money on me because I was working. I've been a waiter
shit.
since I was 14.
Nice.
Yeah, still a waiter. Yeah.
By the way, this has nothing to do with the show, but you know how Joey Roses has guest bartenders?
Yeah.
I thought it might be fun if both of us do it together.
That would be incredible. I was
I'm
just
gonna
there for the
propose it
first
to
time.
him.
Please do. I would love it.
Okay, stay
Love
tuned,
it.
everybody.
Hell yeah. Tell him to say, you know Figs. He's going to go, no, I don't know Figs. And you're going to go, you had dinner with him, and he might recognize me. We had dinner
I'm
at
like, oh, you know
Skagfest.
the guy who went on the date with the girl. You don't, you don't know him. From
Yeah,
that?
no, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna move on to our next segment, which is bad things.
Bad things with you.
This is bad things. Part of the show we talk about fight stories, physical altercations. So tell us about a fight that you were in, if you've been in multiple ones, and the most memorable fight that you were in.
I think I've been in about 12 fights, and my record is 12-1.
Oh,
And
damn.
obviously, the loss is the one that sticks with me forever, especially because I lost to a nerd. Like I wasn't supposed, like on the card, I was supposed to win. You know what
You
I
were the
mean? When it
favorite.
matched up, yeah, I was favorite on the score, everything. But yeah, this nerd kicked my ass, man, one summer.
What was that like? How did it happen?
All right, what
How
had
old were you?
happened was
Take it, you know
what
take
had
it-
happened was
Cheers.
it was the summer of from 8th grade to high school to 9th grade, and I was dating this girl. I used to give her rides on my moped, and she would give me head in the woods and things. You know,
Nice.
You're killing it in eighth grade.
and
Wait,
yeah.
8th grade?
8th grade, yeah, because I had a moped. I was 15. You know what I mean?
All right.
And then me and my boys, my brother had a moped, and my best friend Mario had a moped. We was like a motorcycle gang. You know what I mean? And then this guy, Paul Sosnowski was his name. Like he's like a guy who, like he was kind of like a nerd. Like he was innocent. He carried a lunchbox to high school. Was into Star Wars and mathletes.
Was he
and-
white?
Yeah, he was white.
Might
He was
not be
white.
a good time to be fighting Jews. But you know what? You know what? You lost the fight, so go ahead. Keep
I don't know.
going.
Was Paul Sosnowski Jewish? I don't know. I
Was
never-
he Jewish?
Jewish? Yeah.
Shanowski?
Polish,
Sosnowski.
right?
maybe
Polish. Yeah, Polish.
Yeah.
It could have been
Polish
Polish.
Jew? Okay.
Oh, it could have been Polish. I'm not sure what his.
All right,
his
so you
religion was.
like to fight Jews. Go ahead.
No, but I saw him walk. He liked her. Like, he really liked her. And I saw him walking up the sidewalk with her. And then I jumped up on the sidewalk with my moped. And then I was running into the back of his feet, like making his shoes fall off. You know, in the
shit.
bully game, we call that giving him a flat tire.
Yes, yes,
right?
yes.
And then,
my mother bought me these shoes.
and he couldn't. Yeah,
Step it, Kyle. Step it.
yeah.
Go ahead.
And he didn't want to take my bullying anymore. So he turned around and grabbed my handlebars. He goes, Kyle, get off your moped.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what, Paul? I know you don't want it with me. You know what I mean? He was bigger than me, to be honest, but he was a nerd. And I'm black. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you these hands.
Yeah,
you know what
my
I mean?
fucking moped, honky.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I never used racial
sorry.
epithets back then. I
My
wasn't
bad.
racial back then.
My bad.
Not back then.
Actually, Paul was a brother to me. I just was in a
sorry.
different space.
I'm sorry.
You know? It wasn't racial at all. But yeah, then I got off the moped and I'm thinking I'm gonna be able to handle him because I could box. He bigger than me, but whoop, 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 but then he grabbed me and he was strong. Paul was stronger than I thought. You know what I mean? And then he wrestled me to the ground and sat on my back, and somehow he just beat the brakes off me, man.
Was your girlfriend there to watch it?
No, my girlfriend wasn't there, but my little brother was there. And watching me taste dirt and fists. And then he was horrified because he was like, no. And I kick his ass all the time. So
He watched.
yeah, that was like watching Superman die. You know what I mean?
Oh, man, I know.
And my best friend was there too. And it was a one-on-one fight, so he couldn't help, you know.
Okay.
Like he was like, you could have done better than that. With Paul Sosnowski.
Did he just get like was it because he grabbed you that he just like knocked you off like your game in it and then he just got the better of you in that moment, or he just like really bested you?
I think he wanted it more than I did. I really offended him. He was the honor of this woman. You know what I mean? I was way out of pocket, you know? And he just gave me what, you know what I mean?
Did your girlfriend stay with you after?
Oh, I didn't have a girlfriend back then.
I thought...
She was just a girl that I would give her rides in my moped, so she would give me head in the clubhouse that we built in the woods.
Got it.
Wait a second.
Got it. I thought it was your girlfriend.
No. I didn't have a girlfriend back then. This was
Why was Gronkowski walking with this girl?
Oh, because she was a girl in the neighborhood. He lived in the neighborhood. You know, we all knew each other.
Was she also giving him oral sex?
I don't know. I don't know about that. But
Dr.
probably
Shannon.
not because he really
Dr.
liked
Shannon.
Not based on how he was acting, probably not. He really liked her. Like, you know, he was like, or maybe she did. I don't know. But
Wow.
yeah.
So, and that was the last time you lost a fight was when you were like 14 or 12,
Yeah.
whatever age that is.
Yeah. And I saw Paul at my high school reunion. Paul's cool. Like, he got swag and, you know. And I asked him about the fight, and he was like, we fought, Kyle? I don't remember.
And it's been haunting you every day.
I'm still telling this story 30 years later. 30 years later, I'm still, ooh. I was thinking about at the class reunion, I'm looking at Paul like, I kick your ass now, Paul.
I'm ready for you, Paul.
He's shorter than me now, you know what I mean? He's small, you know.
Was that girl at the high school reunion?
No. I don't know where she moved. That girl moved out of town or something, but
I hope
she
she's
didn't
all right.
even go, yeah.
I hope she's okay, man. She's sucking everybody off in the treehouse.
Yeah, in the clubhouse, because we built clubhouses in the woods back
The
then.
moped clubhouse.
Yeah, before kids were on iPads and all that, we were in the woods building clubs, go-karts.
Where was it? Where did you grow up?
Perth Amboy, New Jersey.
Oh, they're close.
Yeah, Perth Amboy.
Do you want to tell a story where like your best win in a fight?
Ooh, a win. My wins, they're all the best, because, you know.
You ever have a fight in a comedy club? You ever had to like take somebody out?
No, I didn't. I've had the beers thrown at me before. You know, like I had
stage?
Yeah, on stage. Like, so I was performing at in Kansas City. It was a comedy club called Stanford and Sons. Mm-hmm. And there was a guy there in the front row with a first date. And, you know, I'm messing with her, and I think I told her, like, you on the right track, you just on the wrong train, you know, that type of shit, just fucking with him. Mm-hmm. And then next you know, he threw a beer, and it hit the wall.
Oh like a cup of beer or bottle?
A bottle of beer. And it didn't hit me at all, but security grabbed him so fast, it was like he was gone. And then his date was just kind of sitting there by herself. Like, I don't even know him. Like, you know.
Oh, my God. I should could have hit you in the face. What did you do afterwards? Did you?
Well, since it didn't hit me, I didn't. But if it would have hit me, it'd have been Paul Sosnowski revenge. You know what I mean? Like I was getting revenge on Paul. You know what I mean?
Or you could have gone home with the girl. That would have been the perfect ending.
That's what I kind of tried to do, but it got a little awkward, you know, because she was sitting there by herself, and I'm looking at her like,
oh
like
my
she was
God.
something to eat right there, you know.
I don't want to ruin it if you don't want to tell the story, but you talked earlier about on your podcast and then having people talk about fights where they used a gun. Mm-hmm. Is there like a story that stands out that you want to give like a high level like recap of, and then people will go and listen to it?
Well, yeah. Well, in the first episode, this guy it happened back in like early 80s, like 1980s or something. He was a dancer, like a pop locker. Mm-hmm. Him and his boy, they were pop lockers, and they saw a house party and like music coming out. So they went in the house party just to see what was going on, and then the party was lame, so then they started dancing and showing out, you know.
So 80s.
And the girls was screaming, and the guy, you know, whatever. And then he bumped one of the dudes, and then the dude started a fight, and then everybody started kicking his ass. Like the whole party beat him up. So then he ran to the car, popped the trunk, and just shot. Pop, 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 pop. Like, he wasn't shooting at anyone, but just to let him know.
Letting them know.
Yeah. But
there's a price.
Yeah, there's a price.
I mean?
That's the
Beat my
story.
ass,
I ain't
alright.
no bitch ass. You ain't gonna shoot me. You ain't gonna get by.
Yeah.
It was his ego, and he's explained how he what he was going through at the time and how he felt, and we interview him about the neighborhood they grew up in, if they grew up with guns, if it was a gun culture, and all that.
It's
Yeah.
crazy because you were talking before, like you had a one-on-one fight, right? Everybody had enough kind of like valor to like,
Yeah,
we're gonna leave. We're gonna let them fight. Everybody jumped and beat the shit out of this guy. He kind of had every right to pull up and fucking spray that shit out. You know what I mean? Which is horrible. But at least somebody get clipped in the leg. Like
somebody, just a little revenge.
like all you
Ricochet
guys,
bullet, something.
all you guys beat me up. That was very controlled of him to just go fucking pop, pop, pop. I'm gonna ruin the party for you guys because of what you did. He must have had a really good head on his shoulder because he could have went up in there and be like, "You punch me, pop, 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 pop."
Yeah.
But then how does a
horrible,
situation
but-
like that end? So he goes in, he shoots in the sky, and then people clear out and he runs and gets in the car and leaves?
Yeah, he said he left. And then for a few days, he was watching the news, seeing if anybody got killed or something. And I think he thought everything was all right, but nobody got hit or nothing. So he, that's
Wait,
what
but
it
did
is.
he shoot at the party or in the end?
He kind of shot,
This podcast is
Close
like,
enough.
You need a lawyer for the podcast.
Yeah. That's one thing. One dude we were interviewing. One dude I went to interview. He was going to do the interview, but his case was dropped, but not let go, like because but for some other reason. Like
it was like in
because
litigation. or
Yeah,
some
litigation,
shit. Yeah.
and he pleaded not guilty, so they just accepted that and whatever. And he was going to interview with me, but he was like, nah, because. Because the charges could be picked up again. Because
Of
once
course.
he can't say he's innocent and then be on a podcast saying why he shot a motherfucker.
Right. So maybe it was like dismissed, but they could pick it back up.
Yeah. I think he got off on a technicality or something, But he was an interesting story because he used to sell bootleg DVDs, and one of the guys stole his DVDs, took his money, everything. And then when he goes, yo, just pay me the money, whatever, he sent a message. Yo, somebody sent him a message to pay the money, blah, blah, blah. And the guy told him, you tell him get it how he live. And then that's just like, and then he was like, okay.
Oh, damn.
Pop, 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 pop.
Oh,
You
he
know what
shot
I mean?
him.
Yeah, he shot him. Yeah, he shot him.
He hit him,
Yeah.
but the guy lived.
He lived.
All right, well, let's take a moment for our sponsors.
I've been around gunshots once in my life. I used to work, I worked at this like club in Brooklyn, and the way that it was set up, it was like a big warehouse, but the bar was against the back wall. So it's like you walk in, it's a big open space, and the bar is all the way in the back against the wall. And there was a party where it was like the promoters were from Coney Island. It was like an urban crowd.
Urban. Thanks
Urban
for saying
crowd.
that.
They were Latino men and all.
Urban, like
And there were white people. Some whites were there.
a lot of people live in urban areas.
Some whites who listened
what
to
is it?
Jadakiss were there. And, maybe a Russian guy.
A bunch of athletes.
Yeah.
So this particular night, there was also like a grand opening of another club in the area. It was like the promoters are friends or something. So but all of like the A-list bouncers were at the other club, and so we had like B-list bouncers here. So like
Out of
towards
shape people. who's just like
yes.
on their phone.
Exactly. So it was like, I don't know, 2 a.m. or something, and like a scuffle breaks out, and then it chills out, and then all of a sudden, and I'll tell you how it resolves at the end, but like all of a sudden, I see another scuffle, and then I hear pop, 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 and people are rushing behind the bar, and I'm terrified because I feel like whoever is shooting, what if they're trying to shoot one of the people that are coming behind the bar, and I'm right next to them, and I'm just gonna get shot. And so like I have my phone in my hand, but I'm like a chihuahua where if I'm cold or if I'm nervous, I just tremble. It's like my phone's in my hands, and I can't like even dial 911. I just can't.
Hit the floor.
Well, I was down, but I was just trying to do something. And then there was a bouncer.
in the middle of the dance. Is it the rhythm or the night? All right. They're shaking, people are shooting.
Yes, that's what they play at Urban Night.
Oh yeah, they play Urban Night. It's the rhythm of the night. Yeah.
That's why they were so mad.
Oh yeah, they was trying to shoot at the DJ.
Yo, take this shit. No shit. No
Hey,
fuck.
this Urban Night, my
Urban
dude.
motherfucking shit.
Funny thing is, it was the DJ. Like, he ended up going outside to his car and came back in with his book bag, but no one checked him because he was the DJ. And he came back in with his gun. And so he shot. Oh, no. Oh, so he came back in with his gun. But one of the bouncers that was posted at the bar, once he saw that the guy pulled out his gun, he was like a retired CO, a correction officer. And so he pulled out his gun and fired warning shots. This is a warehouse. And so there's just like ricocheting bullets
Yeah.
everywhere. And his were the only shots that actually went off. No, that's not true. Oh, yes, it was. His shots actually went off. And then it got the guy, a guy that was like between me and you, Kyle. That's the distance. And this guy got shot in his leg right in front of me, right over the bar. I've never been more scared
Did you see
in my whole life.
There's the blood.
No, because it was like over the bar.
Oh
I just saw
my
him go
God,
down.
Jenny.
And then the cops wouldn't come in because they wanted people to get out. So now we're just in there. And then to like, they eventually like people, it took like over an hour to like get people out of the place and the cops to come in. But that was it.
That was your gun experience?
That was my only gun experience. It was so close to
wild.
me though. It was like between me and you,
Yeah.
someone was shot literally right there.
Could have been anybody.
insane.
Somebody could have got hit in the top of the fucking
Yeah,
head.
it's terrifying. But also, it was the bouncer's fault for
was.
running his warning shots. And it's also like you're a CO. Like, I feel like those guns aren't actually supposed to be like out in real life ever.
I live in Miami, so guns are Florida's guns are you can
Everywhere,
buy everybody.
yeah.
So everybody's strapped for the
Everybody.
most part.
Not that I know of, but yeah, people got guns. You know what I mean? They don't tell you they have a gun, but I don't. You got to watch your mouth in Florida. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
can't be like
Do you think that makes it better?
Anchorage, Alaska. They don't get break-ins because people know that
Everyone's
everyone
armed.
has guns.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's a neutralizer.
Mm-hmm.
People chill like that. You don't get your house broken into because the kids will shoot the shit out of you in Alaska. You know what I mean?
That's fair. But also, like, didn't it happen a couple, like, I feel like maybe the past 6 months, there were a couple of instances close to here where, like, people drove into the wrong driveway.
Oh, yeah, that's ridiculous.
and then they just shoot at the people.
Yeah, that's crazy.
in the
and that's the
car.
thing. That's why I want to do why I pull the trigger because you're like, why are so many humans shooting
Yes.
at other human? You're like, why are people still doing that? Like, why are you choosing to shoot people?
I like that a lot. Like, I'm really excited to listen. I'm going to listen
You
to
know?
episodes on my way home from
Yeah.
here. That's really interesting. Especially
sounds
like because like people always think like if you're in like a hand-to-hand fight, like why are you going to, but there are reasons why you might choose to do that.
Well, there are reasons. Unless it's like a self-defense, probably. That because I want to find someone with like someone that's shot in self-defense.
Like a real good reason.
And that I think it's not actually a podcast. It's more like YouTube content. It's like on my YouTube page.
like shorts.
Yeah, shorts, YouTube, and stories. So, saying it's kind of podcast format.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we sit.
Like interviews. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pull up the
interviews.
YouTube. Go to the YouTube page. Make sure you watch it.
Yeah,
For sure.
I like that. How many episodes do you have?
We're editing we just started it this summer, so we're
Fun.
editing. Yeah, we got like 3 in the editing booth. and
I like
stuff.
that. I feel like I can
The
send
first
some,
one's out though. Yeah.
I can send some people over to you because there have been some gun-related stories, like fun stories.
Oh yeah.
I can send
Hey,
them
especially here at Gas Digital, man. You're gonna
Yeah, that's what I need. I'm
You're gonna
like
get a lot
trying
of
to
guys.
find people who
Yeah. Or willing
have
to
gun
tell their story,
incidents
yeah.
that willing to tell their story, who aren't in any litigation or nobody's gonna come looking for revenge. Maybe just want to tell what got them emotionally, got them into that.
I heard that there was something about if a house owner, a homeowner has like a purple sign, it means that I will shoot you if I don't know you. There's like a sign.
Oh, wow.
Where like, you know how they say like intruders
I might have to get one of them, and I don't have.
Bro, there's like
a
a say there's like you know the
intruders
swinger-
will be shot.
Yeah, me
yeah,
too.
there's a thing. It's like in a certain state or whatever. I saw it popped up on my algorithm where if it's like a purple fence or whatever or something, it means like if you like the mailman. It's a sign for the mailman. Just throw the package because if you go here, like you will just be shot without any type of
a
warning,
lot.
which I think is illegal, and I think they're trying to like fight that. But anyways, yeah, it's kind of wild.
But aren't
People
there
just do-
also don't people just have signs where it's like we're armed or whatever? It's just like
Yeah.
pictures of
That's
guns.
like a normal one.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like an extreme.
Intruders will get shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is, I feel like I
They
should
say,
just have
fuck
one.
the dog. Those
Yeah.
signs, fuck the dog. Worry about the owner.
Yeah.
Or maybe just even like a sign where it's like a pit bull owner or something. I feel like I should just have these signs on the side.
Oh,
like,
yeah, you should.
I'm armed and I have pit bulls or something.
Would you get a gun if New York? Would you?
I guess like if I like took classes or whatever
Damn.
you need to do to like
That's
learn how to handle
that's
a
some
gun.
content. You and me go to the gun range, just have you blast, and you got your feet out. You know what I mean? Nice
I'm
heels on and shit.
Yeah, gun range. There's one in Brooklyn. There's a gun range in Brooklyn.
I was supposed to go. So one of my exes is a correction officer, and then when we were dating, I was so scared of guns. And there was one time, I was probably not supposed to do this, but like he made me like take it apart and put it back together, just to like make me not be scared of it.
This weapon is mine.
I'll let you touch it.
But I love this one.
If you want to touch it, you can touch it. Here, go ahead. Let me show you what I do, my gun.
I actually love those videos where like a innocent woman will pull out a gun and shoot a dude trying to rob her or something.
Yeah,
I
those
love
are
them
great.
videos.
Yeah, those are great.
Them fuck around and find out videos.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love it.
How do you feel about the guy who was trying to do like the YouTube prank and then he got shot? Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Where he's like, we're on YouTube, man. I'm here with Kyle. And you're just like a regular guy. And you're like, hey, man, leave me alone. And he's like, dude, what would you rather do? Would you rather eat a dick or smell a fart? And the guy's like, please leave me alone. And then he just fucking took out a gun, shot the kid.
I feel like
He didn't have
deserves
to, but I don't think he had to shoot him. Right?
deserves
So
it.
he used a fly swat. It's like,
Oh, you know what?
Swatter.
Actually, I think the guy, I know. I think the guy was actually doing like trying to kiss him. So it was like one of those things where it's like, I'm going to go to a stranger in Walmart and kiss him in the mouth. And he would go like this, and people would be like, what the fuck are you doing? And then that one guy was like, dude, get the fuck away. And then fucking
pop. Yeah.
I feel like those YouTubers need to be checked a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
You put a little splash.
Of course.
in there. And then we're gonna move on to our final segment, which is scary things.
Scary. This got my heart rate up.
Gotcha. Caught you slipping, Kyle.
This is scary things. Part of the show talk about weird, creepy, unexplainable, possibly paranormal experiences. This is anything that in the moment freaked you out and you couldn't explain it. Doesn't necessarily have to be like ghost related story.
Oh, wow. Shoot, I almost died in 2019 because this ain't this is something personal. I had to have brain surgery. You know that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something I never expected. I never expected someone to be cutting my head open.
And
I would need that, in life. I never thought I would need that.
And you're like awake during that, right?
No.
They put you to sleep.
I was on the same thing that Michael Jackson put Michael
propofol.
Jackson to sleep. Oh, that propofol is amazing.
What was the issue? Yeah, the aneurysm? No.
No, I had a benign lesion.
Wow.
It was a lesion right in my left frontal lobe, and it started to hemorrhage, which bleed. It bled. It just started bleeding, and never had any health issues. I've been healthy my whole life, plant-based since 2017. Work out for fun, I keep my body in shape, and then I had I just started seizing. I sat down at a vegan restaurant and started seizing. Yeah, I was
Not
a vegan
good for
restaurant.
us.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Meat eaters always, that's what your ass get.
People are walking by like, that place
You
looks
low on
fire.
iron. Yeah.
Look at him eating his vegan burrito.
And it was an excellent place too, because they had a seitan cheesesteak that
Damn. You got banned?
after I got out of the hospital, I went back
Oh,
to
that would
finish
be
my
nervous.
meal.
I would be scarred for life.
Hey, I was here 13 months ago. And, I'm back.
Yeah, I really did. I went back and finished my
And
meal.
your girlfriend was there to witness that, right?
Yeah. She's my wife now, but she was my girlfriend at the time. Girlfriend of 20 years.
That's a good girl, man.
Yeah,
She's still
she
with
was my. Yeah, we had been dating for 20 years at that point, or maybe 21 or something. And I had a seizure, man. And she my kids were there. They were freaking out,
Did you know before the seizure, because you said that it was a tumor that hemorrhaged, did you know before the hemorrhage that there was a tumor and it was just
No.
like, you didn't know anything
No,
about it?
and the doctor told me they could be in your head for your whole life. Then you never know. It's just a lesion and a group of cells that form a little tumor. And people live normal lives with them, but sometimes they erupt. And
wow. That's crazy.
I got
dude.
so lucky because I've had friends die in their sleep, and I had just driven like 20 miles before I had this seizure on I-95. You know, with my family in the car. So God, you know, He held me in His bosom.
Blessing. Yeah.
Yeah, He helped me in His bosom.
How long were you in the hospital for?
A week. I went in on a Friday. They scheduled my surgery for the next Wednesday or Thursday, I believe. And in the meantime, they were giving me therapy because my right arm, my left arm was dead, or my right arm was dead, and my speech was starting to go. So I kind of needed therapy, you know.
What was the initial surgery? When you went there, did they have to drain?
Yeah, they just had to clean up the spill.
Yeah.
Clean up aisle 7, you know.
It's crazy.
They cut me up, and you could probably, I don't know if you could see the line, but there's a line here.
I mean, that healed up pretty amazing.
The doctor did a good job, and he was conscious of me that I'm on camera sometimes, my comedy career and acting career. So he made this incision up top, you know.
That's incredible, man. Yeah. That's really.
I didn't get scared until after he explained. Yeah, I processed everything, and then when I got out of the hospital, maybe like a day after, and just the love I got from the comedy community, they donated to my GoFundMe. Like I got like $105,000 or something in 2 days from GoFundMe.
And it just like covered your hospital bills.
Yeah,
and nothing else.
It actually didn't cover because that brain surgery was $500,000. It's $500,000. Yeah, and I just canceled my insurance a month before I did because the insurance was shit. Like it was the copay was like $2,000. I was like, I might as well wait till the Obama Market Care place open up in November. So it was, this is February. I'll wait till November. Let's get the marketplace open up. Obamacare. Wah, 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 wah.
How long were you in therapy for?
Only while I was in the hospital.
Okay.
Because once they cleaned up the spill, I started to reanimate. Like
Amazing.
My arm, my speech started coming back, and it was like just a little head cold. You know what I mean? I didn't even get a headache the whole ordeal. I never felt any pain. Nothing.
Do you remember the seizure?
Oh yeah.
What did it feel like?
It felt like I got hit with infinity stones. like I said, like my arm, because what happened like a few days before, I was in the kitchen cooking for my daughters, and I started to get a little like a Parkinson's shake.
Yeah.
And I was like, I must be moving too fast. Like, I tried to shake it off, no pun intended. And then 2 days later, when I sat down and it started, it just took over my whole body. And it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like, you're out of control. Like, you don't know what. And I said, I know I'm fucked up. All I could do, if I'm breathing, I'm still alive. So I said, I'm going to focus on my breathing. And I breathed in deep and just focused the air coming out of my nose. And I just was able to center myself. And
did it hurt?
No, not at all.
This is crazy.
Not at all.
This is a weird coincidence, dude. It's crazy.
Like your body just starts doing something on its own type shit,
And then you see like horrified faces of everybody around you.
Oh yeah, my kids are like, Daddy, I don't like this game. I'm like, this ain't a game. Daddy, fuck
stop. Yeah,
Daddy. And then someone gave my kids a cell phone, and they forgot all about me. They didn't.
TikTok.
They're like, Roblox.
Yeah, I was about to say this thing, Roblox.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Daddy, I'm trying to play Minecraft. Daddy, cut the shit.
Yeah. And
that's crazy. You're very lucky, man. I'm happy you're okay.
Yeah, me too, man. That's something I never thought I'd be getting my head cut open. You know what I mean?
But does that either? So I feel like it can go one of two ways. Does that like traumatize you for the rest of your life afterwards, where you're always scared? Because like I'm not a hypochondriac, but I'm an insomniac, and so when I go to sleep at night, I think about like, what if I have, and I live alone. So what if I have a stroke? What if I have a heart attack and no one's going to know about it? And like every little thing I feel, I'm like, oh, that's probably a stroke happening or something. Or is it like I have already like overcome this thing and I'm just like grateful to live, and you don't think about the worst
that's kind of where I am.
Yeah.
I'm kind of overcome. And even when I'm like with my daughters at the beach or in the pool or we're doing something, I feel like it's like heaven. Like, I can't believe I'm still experienced. Like I could have missed this whole thing. This could have been a whole different. My kids could have been on their own.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
You know what I mean? That's the part that I'm grateful for. Like when I'm with my kids, it's heaven to me. Like I'm in heaven right now.
You got to listen to those signs.
Yeah.
So like that sign that you had at first, you kind of brushed it off.
Yeah.
But you could have, you know what I mean? But thankfully you were in public when everything happened, whatever. Shannon, you know, like if you have problems sleeping, like you gotta get that shit checked. My pops has been in the ICU for 34 days. He had a ruptured brain aneurysm 34 days ago, and he had a brain bleed, very similar. And he is doing okay. You know, the whole idea is it's just a waiting game. You know, he's idle. They just keep him idle.
Is he moving?
One day he moves, the other day he doesn't. Well, you know, he's in and out of sleep. He's delusional. He has ICU delirium.
Can he walk? Can he get up?
They can stand him up for a minute, and then he falls asleep.
Holy
so
shit.
he has
How
feeding
old is he?
tube. He's 63. So they have a
That's
feeding
young,
tube in his
too.
stomach. It's young, man, but my father was a smoker. My father had sleep apnea, and he ignored it for years. So I can only imagine that pressure building up, and an aneurysm, poop, and he had a brain bleed. So right now the whole thing is this: drain as much as they can to see what they can do. So like you were saying, like they drained everything, and then you got your movement back and everything. So that's basically what we're waiting for, and eventually to get him into a rehab and to get him back. You know, so we're hoping for the best. Whatever. That's why I've been gone a couple episodes. Whatever. I don't mean to be a fucking downer, but you know, but it's crazy. So if I learn anything, it's like when you see those signs, do something about it because you never know what it could be. You know. It's fucking crazy, man.
Bro.
But I'm happy that you're alive. I'm happy that you
since I've had that, you know, people hit you up online and tell me their horror stories about it being in the back part of their brain.
Yes.
You know, the medication they give you, Keppra, making them depressed and like suicidal and all that. It's just none of that happened.
Wild, man. The brain's wild. So it was in the front, which is your motor function.
Yeah.
That's what my father got. That's his main thing.
Yeah, and I was always said if I get my comedy career would be over because all my jokes are in my head. Like, I'm like, look, you know what I mean? Well, that's what I do, you know? And it didn't hit me until like a few days after I got out of the hospital. I sat on my couch and just had a nice hot cry.
Of course, man. Of course. Hell yeah, man. Just let it out, dude.
Yeah.
If you could go back and make it not happen, would you do that?
Nah, then I'd be down $105,000. Nah, then I would be $105,000 richer.
But did it have
I need to start a GoFundMe for my dad.
You really should.
I'm about to start a Mike Fix GoFundMe.
Yeah, I didn't even start it because I'm kind of embarrassed to be asking for money. Like I'm like when I used to see GoFundMe, I'm that poor sucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
begging for money. You know, and I never would have started it on my own. But comedian Marina Franklin started it, and then
that's awesome.
Like
man.
Amy Schumer contributed, Judd Apatow.
Let's go.
And that's the whole 100,000 right there.
Yeah. You made it seem like it was a whole community of people.
Yeah, it was just
baby.
Rich comedians. rich
You had 3 donations, but they were big donations.
Yeah, big.
But so that that experience changed your life.
Yeah, it improved it because I always lived positive because I'm happy to be alive. Like this experience, like, you know, life, I'm out here. You
pretty
know
cool.
what I mean? Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, I never died, been dead before, but life is all right, you know? So I always had a positive outlook on life, but that kind of changed. And it made me feel vulnerable, like, oh, shit.
It could happen anytime.
Yeah, I'm not going to be here that long, you know? And then the following year, COVID hit. I'm like, damn, I stayed alive for this shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, then the world got even worse. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if my seizure had happened a year later, I don't think anyone would have gave a fuck because we all had our problems.
Yeah,
March of 2020 was, COVID. Like,
That's exactly it, yeah.
Everybody need their money. I'd have been broke as hell. Anyway.
Before that happened, did you have like a belief in God?
Yeah, I believe that there's a God spirit energy. Maybe not a man in the sky, but there's something that, you know, in certain laws that if you adhere to, will you benefit more of the blessing of God, like, you know, the energy, that positive energy, you know.
And did that change at all after?
It was just consistent. It's pretty much consistent, I think. You know, I never had a negative thought. I don't know.
Do you think, what do you think happens when we die?
The energy goes somewhere. I don't know.
Did you really pass out and did you dream when you were under or anything?
No.
Okay.
I tried to fight the anesthesia, the thing. I'm gonna see how long I could stay awake.
Just knock out. So you just woke up.
Then I woke up and they asked you. I was, the recovery room. They asked you, what year is it? And I said, 1969.
Hilarious.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
That's a comedian right there. 69.
That's the year I was born, 1969.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, and I'm thinking maybe, and he was like, no, what year? And then they go, who's the president? I'm like, Donald Trump. Yeah, they asked you who's the president, what year is it, and that. But I gave him my birth year.
I really thought that during any brain surgery you had to be awake.
No. But there are surgeries where they do.
Yeah.
I guess it may be a certain type of surgery, but
Because I've seen like YouTube videos where they're just like
people look at you.
cut open and they're just like,
Yeah.
can you feel this?
Yeah,
Tell the
yeah.
alphabet or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny because the same questions they asked my dad. They keep asking the same thing. What's the year? What's this? What's
What
that?
year is it? Who's the president?
So the other day, I'm in the room with my brother, and he look at me for a minute. He kind of falls asleep. Right, he wakes up. He like whatever. I go, Dad. I go, who am I? Like, do you know who I am? And he goes, and he looks at me. He goes, you're my son. And I go, okay, good. I point to my brother. I go, Dad, who is that? Like, do you know who that is? And he looks and he goes, bra and panties.
Nah.
And he falls asleep. So I'm like, my dad's still a perv. Still a dirty pervert. Bra and panties. Me and my brother just looking at each other like, what the fuck?
What are you trying to say? Your brother gay or something?
Yeah, I know. He's like,
Your
you
brother's
pussy boy.
Transitioning or something? What's going on with your brother?
Tony's more Italian. He's like a big fucking Italian kid. And he's sitting there like, hey, bro and panties. The fuck?
Tony Figs, winner of the Halloween
winner
contest.
of the Halloween contest. He was tight, man. But it's crazy. The brain, man, it's crazy. It was fat. It's so fragile.
Yeah, the brain.
It's also so scary. It's like
Yeah.
any just like a
Wow,
little
dude.
splinter of a thing changes everything. Like also the people that have like a tumor and it just changes their whole personality, all their relationships with people.
That's like CTE. That's like the Chris Benoit or the other kid from the Patriots. Whatever. Like, it's like shit.
Yeah, I feel lucky. Just
Make you
lucky. Like, yeah.
And then do you do like yearly like brain scan? Like are you like
Yeah.
more susceptible to this thing going forward?
Yeah, I had to get scans after go to a neurologist, but like 99 months or something like that. And they all came back okay, and so I stopped going. But I think I should probably get another one just to see if anything is developing.
If you
in
have
there.
health
Genetic?
insurance, you should
Yeah,
do
if
it.
you have health
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is it genetic at all? Do you have to
No,
girls
no, it's
check
not.
it?
It's
Okay.
not genetic.
Okay, cool.
No, it's not a genetic.
They don't know
thing.
like what caused it. It's just like a freak crazy thing.
Yeah, a few cells get together and form a little tumor, and then
A little fuck you.
a lesion.
Yes, yeah.
It's a
Crazy,
benign lesion. Yeah, and it wasn't cancerous, which was good to hear. It was benign, and it won't be coming back. That's just I've never thought that would happen to me. I mean,
Damn, man, I feel like I got so much compassion for you now, man. At first I met you, I'm like, this guy's fucking
It's like I
hilarious.
hated you before, but now
Yeah,
it's
no,
cool.
no. I met you. I was like, this guy's fucking hilarious. Of a great con. Now I'm like, fucking brain. Think of my dad. I feel like I don't know. You
Oh,
gotta,
wow.
you gotta come to my house. Your family now, dude.
wow.
God.
And so he's still in.
He's in there.
Wow.
Still. Yeah, he's in ice. Yeah. So it's a waiting game. But people that have that injury, 50% of them die on their way to the hospital, and then
Some
another,
die in their sleep. My boy
Yep.
died in his sleep.
My
Didn't wake up.
stepmom, she
Few
was there.
people,
Yeah. If he was alone, he'd be dead.
Yeah.
50% of people die on their way, and then another like 30% die in 21 days. So the blood causes vasospasms. So as the leakage in your head, your brain fucking wilds out, which causes, because seizure is like the bottom. Stroke is like the big one. And so he survived those 21 days, and they got a lot of blood out. So now it's like, now there's a stent in his head that's taking the blood and putting it in his stomach to reabsorb.
Oh wow.
So we
Kinda like a
still
BBL, but
bruh, you don't understand, man. It's so, you don't understand.
A big bleeding lobe.
I can't wait till everything's okay so I can just roast the shit out of my dad. I saw my dad's dick for the first time in my
Oh,
life.
wow.
Fucking say shit on my finger. It is
wow.
I pray to Allah that he comes out okay, because I'm gonna be roasting his ass like, yo, Dad, you don't even know. Your dick look like my dick. You got a little ass dick, Dad.
Damn.
And you're roasting it.
Family curse.
Like, damn, Dad, what the fuck? This is bad, but yeah,
Poor
we're
Tony.
gonna be all right. Poor Tony. Tony is the designated dick holder. When we were in the room with the nurses, I said, Tony, I can't do it, and Tony was like, I got it, and Tony was like shaking my dad's dick. So, you know what you do for your father.
Why aren't the nurses doing it?
So the nurses do it, but there was a moment where the nurse was out, and my dad was able to say that I have to pee. There was like the pee thing was to the right,
And he's like, I want bra and panties to do it.
Yeah, give me bra and panties over here, bra and panties. He grabbed it and I said, you have to pee. And he goes, oh yeah. And this is in the beginning. He was a way more. He was more verbal. Right now, he's on so much shit. He's not as verbal now.
Is he on Keppra? Is it?
I don't know what he's on exactly. He's on high blood pressure pill medicine.
Oh, so he has had other issues.
He's on
blood.
like 15 different things. So the doctors are like, why does he keep falling asleep? But they're also like, well, we do have him on tons of meds right now. So it's kind of just like as he heals, they can take away medicine. Yeah. So it's just it's a waiting game. It's just like, every day you make one step forward, 2 steps back. It's like, okay, he's just whatever. But me and my brother been there, and my stepmom has been there. What hospital is he in? He's in Columbian Presbyterian right now.
How's the care? It's all right?
They're good, man. My stepmom is having issues. She'll fight with them. She's crazy, She'll fucking go crazy, and I tell her, relax, like, take it easy. But it's a great hospital. It's the number one. It's very good for neurology.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
So
that's
right
important,
now,
man, because the hospital stays important. And it so happened, I got amazing care, and I just happened to be in a neighborhood that I'm never in that neighborhood. Never. But I just happened to, we tried this one vegan spot that was in Hollywood, Florida. And then I ended up having my seizure, and then it ended up being one of the best neurological
they put you
centers
there. Yeah, man.
ever. And the care, because my wife is a nurse. So it was like they were so caring, like, attentive. They gave me a private room and thing and, all that. Yeah. Because a lot of times it's just like, get this man some Band-Aids.
Yeah, they do. So that's why my stepmom's going ham, because at first they were very like that, and then his vitals got good, so they brought him down to a different level, and she disagreed. She was like, no, he needs to be on the next step, which is like a different, but she's
and that's
there. She's
good.
holding it down.
You have someone to advocate for you.
She's a nurse, so she's like fucking on it, man.
Yeah,
she's on it. She's like, they don't care, but she's also crazy. So it's kind of like my brother is like, he gets upset because he's like, yo, don't piss off the nurses. You don't know what they're gonna do. Like, my brother is into horror movies. He's like, you don't know when the nurses might come in and be upset. I'm like, yo, I don't think that's gonna happen. Take it easy. Like, we're gonna be okay. Everybody's, so. But he's in good hands, for sure.
Good.
Yeah, so we're going to be okay. We're going to be all right.
Right. Before we wrap, do you have a hard out, Kyle?
A hard out?
Yeah.
Oh, no, my joint's
You doing Godfrey?
Okay.
My joint's I mean a hard out? Oh, no. No, I'm not
He almost got his moped. I thought you were going to buzz out the moped for a second.
Now. No, I'm going to... Actually, I was going to... No, I don't have a hard out.
Okay.
I have to kill time until now, 10 o'clock.
Okay, perfect. So we have, if you put one more splash in here.
Oh, of course.
And then at Harrington, I sent you a video that a listener sent. It's an Instagram video of like some dog things of like dogs seeing things that the owners don't see. Do you have it? Okay.
Dog. I miss that New York accent.
Oh, yeah, this is...
I get it
Shani's got it.
I get it so much, my accent thing, and then but when I think to fix it, I feel like I'm gonna overcorrect it, and it's just gonna sound ridiculous on the opposite side.
Can I bring up one thing real quick, Shani? First off, do you notice this, by the way? If you notice did you notice that?
Holy shit.
Hey, go fund me, Amy Schumer. Get me a fucking some glasses.
I did notice this is a glasses podcast, though.
Yeah, we should go to sponsored by Lens Crafters.
That's Crafters. Yo, Shani, when you pulled up in that cat suit and you were doing purr, I had so many people hit me up saying
a lot of reaction from that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we're trying to get out of the negatives.
Where is it? Where's it?
Wait, Jorge has something to say about this.
They posted a lot in the RLC.
Really?
Yeah.
The really loving chat.
Yeah.
But I was just like I was dressed as a cat for Halloween. And then I was purring and hissing, and then there was a lot of
and
weird reaction.
Everybody got you know what the reaction was?
Here,
horny.
kitty.
Yeah.
Here, kitty.
There's a name for that reaction, and it's horny.
If we can just mix that.
Any what's your Instagram?
Everybody was a little hard.
That's a perverted guy. Hey, what's your IG?
And that puts you in the category of you're stupid, I hate you.
Not Kyle. Don't put him in that.
You switched from "You Too Good for Me, I Can't Be in Presence of You."
The boy survived the vegan burrito.
There it is. There's the three of us together.
Yeah, 2 fat guys and 1 fucking hot
nice.
mama in the
That's
middle.
cool, man.
She had the things out. She was feeling herself.
Dude.
I was like, "This, we got to, we got to do this every episode.
That was a
Have her
really fun
blurry, and if
episode.
someone pays $40, the blur goes away."
Yeah. How's your OnlyFans doing?
It's so. By the way, earlier this
She's
morning,
too classy. She won't have one. I'm
can't
trying
do
to
it.
get her to unclass it up.
By the way, on the Real Ass, so if you're listening live on the Real Ass podcast that's airing tomorrow, we have Joanna Angel, which we had last week. You weren't here.
Joanna.
And Small Hands, so both porn stars. They're married.
Fans of both of them.
And then on the show, so by the way, so Small Hands, porn star, because I've like met him so many times, I've never been uncomfortable around him, but I've also never looked up what his penis looks like.
He's got a schling on him.
I've never looked up his porn because I feel like that's weird.
Yeah.
And then when he was on the show, Lewis is like, "Oh, look it up," and then I want to see your reaction while you look at it. And I was like, "This is so uncomfortable."
And his name is Small Hands?
Small Hands.
Yeah, but it's because you got a fucking huge.
that's hilarious.
I was like, I hate this whole thing. And then both of them were like, "Oh, like I haven't had sex in over like 5 years, 7 months."
No,
or
I don't know
whatever.
what you're about to say.
5 years.
I
5
don't
years,
know
7
what you're
months.
about to say, but
5 years,
are
7
you about to say what I
Damn.
think you're about to say?
So both of them were like,
You still got the plastic on your pussy.
it's back there. Yeah.
Got the tag on that pussy. God damn.
So they were like, "Shannon, if you would like get rid of your virginity with us on OnlyFans, you probably wouldn't have to work anymore." And I was like, and then she was like, and then Lewis was like, "Shannon's not really into girls," which is true. I'm not into girls at all. And then she's like, "Well, I can just watch it. Then you guys can just do it." And then I'm just also like, but anyway, so they were like, this could be a thing. And then immediately I'm like nervous. I'm sweating. It just makes me so uncomfortable. I just can't.
Shannon.
I can't do it.
How big is it? Is it from?
He said 9.5 inches.
Oh,
I
you
think
didn't
is
see
what he
it?
said.
Oh, really?
But you
no,
know,
I did see
he'd
it.
be
But
gentle. He's a nice guy. Shannon.
I can't possibly do. I'm never gonna have sex again. I just like resolved it.
$150,000.
Okay, but here's the thing. If this is okay, it's because
They're
like,
OnlyFans. They make money. These people.
if you're on so if I were to do OnlyFans though, that like I can't like ever work a regular job ever again.
Yeah,
Because that's just out there in the world. And then also people are screenshotting, they're sharing videos.
Are you
so
trying to
it's-
be a politician? What are you
No,
trying
but
to
if
do?
it's out there
running for
once.
mayor?
Yeah, what are you trying to do? You work in a
don't
warehouse
have- you don't-
bars, Shannon.
You have kids, and you wouldn't be, and you could.
You work at Gas Digital. You could keep the warehouse. You could keep Gas Digital and make some cash.
But then the only job I could ever do is like bartend again. Because
But you don't, I don't think you have to get that ratchet on a only people. You could just set up a camera and have them watch you.
yeah, but
you
like
know,
teachers
walk around the house. And,
teachers are getting fired all over the place for having OnlyFans for doing like literally nothing.
yeah.
What, Harrington?
Was your next job gonna be teacher?
But people are like very like looking into like your internet presence.
Okay, so let's be for real for a second. You would have to have sex with Small Hands on OnlyFans. That's
Yeah,
kind of that. You're not. That's kind
I
of.
don't even think you have to have sex because some chicks are doing. Like I've seen a chick where she would come into her like a hotel room, close the door, and then look like she was about to take a and then it would end. Like it was kind of like.
How do you
leading
yeah.
you there? Like it's like a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like
No, that's
before
fine,
sex.
but yeah,
You get what I
that's
mean?
fine.
Tease
But
everybody
in
for a
this,
while.
It was like
in this, yeah.
you gotta kind of.
Yeah.
You know.
Play with camera.
How
angles.
would you do it?
Now
How-
you see it. Now you don't. A hat trick. You know that type of shit.
What's the max profit? How would you keep it where you start OnlyFans and your first video is the re-virginity?
No, you'd have to just like I feel like you'd have to profit off the first video.
Yes.
I'd be like $100 to like watch this thing. But then
how
like
do you keep
that's-
it from not getting leaked on
But you
Reddit and
can't.
stuff?
You
Yeah, you
can't.
can't. That's the
Yeah,
part.
because like the fappening, like all that stuff, like
Yeah,
all those girls' pictures are
It's-
out
it's not worth
everywhere,
it,
But,
you
yeah.
know?
but I see some girls post like I have 10,000 fans that pay me $15
yeah,
a month
yeah.
or $5.
But that's because
a
like they're gonna continue to
Yeah.
do like the dirty stuff. I'm not
yeah.
gonna.
You're not, yeah. You
I'm
just
not gonna
want one
continue
and
to do
done.
that.
You
Or
bang
maybe
smart.
who knows? Maybe that just changes my whole life.
Let's go.
I'm just a porn star.
This is a porn star.
I will contribute in
you
some
know
way.
what?
Like I will stand in a corner naked, fully erect with a cock ring on. I would just stand there and do impressions or something. I would stand in a corner and do it. If you break me off 20%, $1,000 a week, I'll do it for $1,000 a week,
$1,000 a week.
and you make $10,000 a week.
Would you be in a porn? Like really? Like be in a porn? Like
Would your chick allow you to?
If it's her, but she jokes. We joke around about it. She laughs. She's like, no, because she's a teacher, so we can't.
Boy.
We can, but I've always tell her, I'm like, baby, she's a bad Dominican mommy. I go, baby, just put a ski mask on, clean the house. I'll record you, and we'll be able to pay off all our debt. You know, she's like,
just clean your house in a bikini. That's
Just the feet.
just the feet,
Oh,
just
yeah,
the
the
feet,
feet
just the
too.
feet.
She's
But
against that.
She's like, no. She's like, the fuck. She laughs. She's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. She's like you. She's like, I go get the foot camera. She's like, no, I'm not gonna do
you
that.
could just like suck a lollipop your whole like
That's
just
it,
like close
that's
up of
it.
you.
yeah.
By the way, guys can also do this. Like you always say it towards me, but guys can also
Oh,
do
yeah,
this.
that's
yeah, but
There
I'm
is
gonna
that.
get like 3 weird creeps that are like,
That'll pay money though.
Yeah,
And I really think-
$75 a week. I need more than that.
And I think my dick could be a model.
Yeah.
My dick could model. You know what I mean? I'm doing comedy, but if it fall off, I think I could do some dick modeling.
Do some dick
Or
modeling,
like,
Kyle. You should have your dick. You should make your dick do a seizure. Have your dick do a seizure. Have like one of the veins pop out, and you just keep like pumping it like that.
Have a scar on the side of it.
Yeah. Gangster dick.
With a little vegan turkey or a little vegan shit. Or have your vegan on a
Oh,
moped.
you fucked the vegan turkey.
Get this plant-based dick.
Dick on a moped fighting Jews.
Yeah.
Or your dick in a treehouse.
Okay, we're gonna go to this video real quick. So this is the dog seeing thing that the owners don't see.
Oh, okay. So we are still in scary things.
Yeah, back to scary.
Paranormal.
Right now. No, he isn't here. He's gone, Molly. What are you looking at?
I don't like that they don't scroll more to the left.
Grandpa, can you hear me?
Oh, get the fuck out of here, bro. That's a magic. That's
Dogs are ready for bed. It's just a peaceful night here. Here I go to bed myself.
Kyle's like, hell no.
that's CGI or something. That's gotta be complete.
Wait, what? What?
Wait, there's a second thing, and we'll talk about both after. Look, he's shaking. Oh,
Holy
baby.
shit. That freaks me out, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Carol Ann? Carol Ann?
They don't look to the left enough. Okay, that's it. That's the end. Okay. Thoughts?
Can we watch it mute and talk?
Yeah.
So because
I feel like Kyle has a lot to say.
Go Kyle. Go ahead, Kyle.
Yeah.
That couch got that.
That kind of freaks me out. That couch look a little
Yo,
fake.
Kyle, you so
It
That
does
a
look
little
fake.
bit of
It
like,
does.
You know,
It looked like a massage
Spielberg's-
thing.
Yeah, it's too spot on.
Yeah, like,
It's
come
too
on,
spot on.
that's too, yeah.
How they do that shit?
I don't know, but
And
also
it must have been a fat person that said it. Who makes a dent?
What
that is a
happens
deep,
right here?
it's
What
a
happens
deep
right here?
dent, but also like not wide enough legs to make that deep of a dent.
Yeah.
What happens right there?
The person 100 pounds, a ton.
I also feel like these people are like torturing their animals to make these videos. If you're terrifying that dog enough,
That is really
right out of
scary.
frame. I hate that. But see, they don't pan enough to the left.
But sometimes dogs shake when they like know they're gonna get a treat. You know
But
what
there
I mean?
could be a person right to the left that this dog hates, or they're like pulling up something that they hate from like a previous owner or something, and it's terrifying the dog just for the views. This one though, like this is like done on purpose.
It's like grandpa. He has one of those things which are fascinating, but
The buttons.
yeah. But grandpa might just mean treat.
Ah, that's fake.
Yeah, no, that's like a massage thing in the couch that's built in the couch. That's crazy. But my dog does freaky shit.
I was just in Savannah, and they say it's the most haunted. They're trying to. They say it's one of the most haunted cities in America. It's like
I've
there's a
heard
few
that.
cities that are trying to make that claim, like
Savannah,
Salem,
Like
Georgia?
Salem.
Gettysburg.
Yeah.
Gettysburg, yeah.
Like they have Confederate like cemeteries and stuff. And I kind of believe it because I was in my hotel and I would turn my TV off and my shit would come back on. Like it would I would like, what the fuck? I could put it on. And then I went to walk through this Confederate cemetery and the wind was blowing and I heard
yeah, right. yeah.
Jigaboo. Jigaboo.
And it was Paul the whole time. It was Paul.
Hey, Paul's not racist, but
yeah, you always defending Paul. When we try to get racy with Paul, and you're like, no.
Nah, because
You said Paul's a brother. You said, why'd you call him a brother?
No, because where I grew up,
was he black?
We were he was white.
So he's not.
But we didn't like where I grew up. I'm gonna be honest. We never really had that kind. We were Polish, Irish, everything, black, white. We didn't really. There was a lot of kids I didn't even know.
Where'd you live in fucking Utopia? Where the fuck you live where everybody was cool? Everybody was cool. Nobody was racist.
I'm gonna be
I
real.
lived in a nice, happy in New Jersey. Everybody was nice and nobody was racist.
Growing up, the little pocket I was in, my brothers were totally different. They used to have race riots at their class. They were like 3 ahead of me. He's like, yeah, we fucked these white boys up. I'm like, you got white boys in your crew. What the fuck are you? But we were kind of.
Okay, it was like getting.
We were like, everybody dated everybody. Like,
yeah, everybody went to the treehouse, got their dicks sucked.
A Martian could have come to our school and we'd be like, who gonna get it first? Who gonna hit that first?
It's my turn to fuck her in a cabin.
So what is everybody's overall verdict on the dog videos? Fake?
The couch
embellished.
The couch at first I said, whoa, like in a movie that would be crazy, but I'm like, that couch must have been some sort of like memory foam kind of like massage where you press a button and it starts to massage your legs.
Yeah, the couch was doing too much.
Too much.
Yeah, and I bet you it makes a noise when you start it, which is why the dog was looking. So it probably goes like, the dog looks and it goes,
oh yeah, it could have been a noise
get,
making that dog act like that.
Then with the second video, I didn't understand anything that was going on. The third video, they did something to the dog to make him like weird, but it could have been a treat. If I tell my dog, I go, you want a treat? She like right away starts like getting excited. You want to go outside? So
they pan it like this much, but there's like all of this, and there could be a person standing right there.
That dog was fucking trembling. So whatever it was really makes him excited. But yeah.
I feel bad that they're like terrifying. It's also like the kid videos where they're like terrifying their kids for these like stupid videos, and it's like obviously like it's like, oh, do you see a ghost? Like they're feeding them the lines, and they're terrifying their children forever.
Have you seen the ones where they crack the eggs on the kid's head?
Oh, those are great.
I hate it.
I'm not a fan of that either.
I just like with the Jimmy Kimmel where they like steal the kids' candy. I'm like, I hate this.
You ever see where the Grinch runs down, fucks everything up?
Yes, I hate that.
Hilarious.
I hate it.
The kids, I watched one kid run backwards into a table and just sit down on the table. The Grinch is hilarious.
I hate it.
These kids are bad. That's what you need.
Okay, we are at the end of the show. We're going to do a quick round of plugs and we'll get out of here. I'm going to start with you, Figs. What do you got to plug?
Oh, man. Check out @Comic Mike Figs on YouTube. You guys have been supporting Fig Talk so much that we had a live episode on my page. The Super Chat was activated. You guys fucking contributed. I love it so much. Thank you. Go to the Instagram. You can see all the dates there. I'm either at the stand or the comic strip this week. And fuck yeah. Love you guys.
Kyle.
Yeah. Hey, follow me on social media, Kyle Grooms, KYLEGROOMS, and come out to see me when I come to your city, man, because I'll be going to these shows and people, they'll a few people be there on Thursday, then by Saturday, that's when people start telling, oh, you got to go see this guy, but fill up the place before I get there.
Come to Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
You got Kyle fucking killed me. I spent the whole weekend with Kyle. Killed me every show, man. It was fucking hilarious, dude.
I didn't feel good about my Saturday show though, because I felt I had smoked weed before,
but that was hilarious.
I got into that too, that paranoid where I was self-conscious a little bit, I didn't feel like I really.
Yeah, some guy called out. He was like, "I was a fire in my building."
Oh yeah, that was Friday, but Saturday was that's Friday.
That's just the comic Saturday. Fucking conscience.
And then the second show I killed, but the first show I felt a little.
I'll stop.
Yeah, I was able to do the job, but you know how. Yeah, no. I wasn't in my zone. Anyway, Kyle Grooms, and make sure you check out Why I Pulled the Trigger on my YouTube channel. Check out my comedy special, Brain Humor, which explains the whole seizure. And, I after I got out of the hospital, maybe about 9 months later, I filmed a special.
It's like a documentary.
Yeah, because I couldn't drive for 6 months. So I put together a special that, kind of showed what happened and what took place. And I tell the story.
Watch that shit,
it's called Brain Humor. And that's on YouTube, and it's on
Prime.
This is a weird
and
coincidence.
Amazon Prime. Yeah.
This is scary. This is a crazy coincidence.
I know. I watched through pieces of it, but I also said, like, if you want to support, go on Prime and pay the money to watch
Hell
it.
yeah. Watch it on Prime. Hell yeah.
You can follow me on Instagram at ShannonLee6982. Wherever you listen to the show, you can also watch it live for free every single Tuesday at... You follow me already.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, shit.
At ShannonLee6982. We're... sorry, I got to start it again. You can also watch it live for free. Yeah, 5:30. Sorry, I'm the worst. If you listen on iTunes or YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, all those things. I did it in the wrong order, so I can't follow it now. But thank you. By the way, all girl rhythm, I was right. Everybody in the booth told me Al girl rhythm, and I was right. It's all girl rhythm. I was right about it.
Oh, that's cool. What is that? A name for a podcast or something?
No, so it's like because like we have a lot of like guys that listen from the network, and then to like the girls that listen, they like hashtag all girl rhythm.
Oh, that's cute.
And so we have like girl listeners, and so we love them so much. Go on merch
Y'all
engine.
should get women too. You should get some women to listen.
We're working on it.
Gotta go.
Working on it. Go to merchengine.com for t-shirts, hoodies, and mugs. If you have a story to submit for bad dates, bad things, or scary things, send it into thethingispodcast@gmail.com. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much for being a part of the show.
You're the man, Kyle. Thank you so much.
We'll be back next week. Bye, guys.